Oh, right in the...
Oh no! War crimes.
Don't worry, I also know how to fly a helicopter.
This guy is Rambo, you know?
I'm your resident spook for this ride.
Resident spook. That's a big op. If they're running JSOC, DEA, and CIA.
That's a big stash.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
We'll meet their leader, Pac-Atari.
Pac-Man Atari.
Pac-Man, Atari.
Those CIA ladies, you gotta watch out for them, man. I've been watching The Boys.
Oh, you have? Yeah. They'll get you by the throat.
Yeah, they'll put a plan down and take you out secretly, like.
Exactly. Nice booty cap. Very cool.
Man, I never got to wear a booty cap in the military. Of course, it was an ACU colored booty cap, so I guess it doesn't.
That's sad. And to think you were Special Forces.
4 soldiers. This is the help you promised?
Hey, 4 Americans.
Yeah.
As Americans, we aren't here, remember?
Yeah.
With their help, you won't need hundreds of...
That's right.
Exactly.
Even 1 American would be enough.
1 Texas resident.
They've been fighting Santa Blanca and corrupt Bolivian officials for nearly 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
American foreign policy is always a choice between the bad guy and the worst guy.
Without his theories of an agrarian proletariat, there would be no organized resistance.
Up with the agrarian proletariat!
Man, this is why I like to stay out of politics.
You don't want to mess with the agrarian proletariat, man.
They're robots, Morty. I thought you said they're robots.
Never had the pleasure of working with any CIA operatives that I knew of.
Yeah, that you knew of.
People, put on your game face.
I'll be honest, that assault pack is sitting a little low.
Yeah. I don't know if you're ready to assault an objective right now, I'd be wearing that helmet, but I don't know, for a long haul, I wouldn't be walking around like that in the jungle.
Yeah, during day, if you're doing a long movement, typically you aren't using your helmet. Especially on a movement, you would have like a baseball cap on or a booty cap, something to keep you out of the sun and something that breathes well. So like that helmet would be like put in a rucksack, unless it's nighttime when obviously you need to attach like your night vision to it. That's the only reason you'd be wearing that helmet. But yeah.
Ah, is this a Hilux?
Nah, man, this is a
like very, very popular overseas. Did you ever do any vehicle training, Cameron? I got a little bit of vehicle training from in the Humvee and then the MRAP. You know, shooting from the moving position stuff. Yeah, man. Nothing like that.
Oh.
Yeah, tearing it up.
Look at that. What kind of car is that?
I love all the spatter and the ricocheting off the glass and stuff. Like, that's pretty cool. Just the random roadside assassination, keeping a low profile.
Didn't even know who it was.
When I was in Iraq, we did drive civilian trucks. They were up armored. They had like bulletproof glass, but like, that's why I mentioned the Hilux is, you know, yeah, we would go drive around some of those, depending on what you were doing, like around base or for short trips. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are civilian trucks. I know we had a couple Toyotas, like some Land Rovers. They look like regular vehicles until you open them up, and they're completely up armored on the inside. The Kevlar doors, you can't roll down the windows. So yeah, a lot of times, especially in soft, you wouldn't be typically rolling around in Humvees.
Spotted one with submachine guns.
This is a very small contingent. This is definitely fictional. I don't know any universe where you go alone into a country or...
At least on my level of experience.
Yeah, right.
I'm not that cool, I guess.
Maybe they're out there. I don't know. We just don't know about it.
You know, what kind of soft guy is using iron sights?
Right. Taking the hand off the handle to charge your rifle.
Yeah, not to mention you shot it like 4 times. He literally would just extract the bullet by pulling back the back, so that's a little inaccurate. Yeah, come here, Lil.
Hey, all right. Yeah, human body shield training. I love the tats, man. I don't know where they were at when you went in, but when I was in, they were starting to get pretty loose. You couldn't see it past your sleeve. At the end of your sleeve, if you're in your BDUs and your ACUs and stuff like that, but and they couldn't come past the collar, couldn't come up past the collar at the time.
When I first got in, they got pretty strict where it was like you can only have like, you know, your hand would have to cover it. But then I remember when I was in, I think, RASP, they lifted it and you could get any type of tattoos as long as it wasn't on your hands or necks or any, like, you know, obviously offensive things. I give it 5 years before we're seeing neck tattoos and hand tattoos. 5 years. That's what I'm doing.
There's a lot of good red-blooded Americans that want to serve that just have to have tattoos.
Yeah, man. Nothing wrong with it. So far, nothing's been really accurate about this game. That interrogation, yeah, probably wouldn't go out in, like, you know, the middle of an open field and, like, ball up that guy. Probably would want to find, like, an internal building or something. Not to mention, you would need to still establish security, so 2 people doing this wouldn't be really realistic. Yeah, not to mention, that dude just conveniently speaks English.
when I was in Iraq, I mean, we spoke through interpreters 100% of the time. I didn't know any Arabic.
Yeah, like how would you, as this American dude, you wouldn't, unless he like speaks Spanish. That would be more realistic if like this guy was speaking Spanish to him or whatever, you know. Yeah, Spanish. We're in Bolivia, so that Spanish is the main language there, I think. But yeah, it would be more realistic for the operator to speak the language there, not just like talk to him like a bro.
Yeah, it's a little Hollywoodized, that interrogation. Little Hollywood. Try to have it. You try to control the circumstances. You know.
Well, you know what? I've never seen anybody wearing cowboy hats in the military, but the U.S. Marshals roll around in cowboy hats, and the Texas Rangers roll around in cowboy hats. So I would not say it was be outside the realm of possibility. You can turn your boonie cap into a cowboy hat. If you take the drawstring and you just roll it up, then it looks like a cowboy hat. Look like Crocodile Dundee.
There are certain circumstances for special forces where there are relaxed grooming standards and relaxed, clothing standards. You know, depending on what the kind of country you're in, if it's helpful to accomplishing your mission, to building rapport and relationships, like in Afghanistan, a lot of operators you see them, the classic operator with the beard, you know, riding the horse and stuff like that. It's because over there in that culture, you're not a man if you don't grow a beard. Un forastero! Whoa!
And that's exactly why that interrogation in the open wouldn't be that accurate. Uh-oh.
Yeah, drugs are good.
Thank you. Thank you. I wonder what's the thought process behind this operator carrying like two primaries initially. Like one 9mm subgun and one like rifle.
I feel like that's where sometimes gameplay, you know, games, they have to have artistic license because, you know, obviously as the player, you want to see what you have, you know, displayed and stuff. Like, you can't always pop into a menu, so.
Yeah, it's just, I just can't get over the fact that his assault pack is like sagging so much.
Yeah, you want it higher up on your shoulders to carry that weight.
You want it super high, and then it also looks like a bag you'd get from the PX for like $30. Uh-oh.
Oh no! War crime. Is that Mason? Tell me about the numbers, Mason.
Mine's in a small group of tangos.
Small group of tangos. I've never used the word tango.
I never said tango either, yeah. Tango down.
Yeah, we would just say ma'am for military age male. It was never like, there's tangos out there. Keep an open eye. I'd be like, either it'd just be super unofficial, be like, yeah, I got four. I got like 4 dudes. You're like 4 dudes. Or be like, yeah, I got 4 ma'ams, military age males. Or I got a squirter and a couple roamers outside the building. Not very real.
It's casually shooting open the lock. Bullets ricochet.
Hey, ayúdame.
Hey, speak English to me.
Move it, Tex. Don't worry, I also know how to fly a helicopter.
This guy is Rambo, you know?
No way, he just gets in.
I love it, man. Something like this, obviously this is, you know, video games on the fly and stuff, but let's say you have like a hostage rescue, right? That's a certain thing that a unit trains for, you know? And you would have all these assets ready, you'd have a plan, you know, you have certain phases that would enter where you're infilling, you're finding the objective, you're checking it out, you assault the objective, you find the target, you're exfilling, you have your exfil packages already in place, you know?
This game just seems like they're doing everything just willy-nilly.
You get rid of that pride flag!
Happy Pride!
Santa Blanca is not the most gracious of hosts.
That wasn't a good old Holiday Inn we got you from? This is where we're gonna station it. Let's just take this helicopter that we stole and just land it right in front of the place that we're hiding out. That's awesome.
Somebody's got to know.
Please tell me you can customize the character's face so he doesn't have to have the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, the Fu Manchu are those really like 99-cent store gas station glasses.
Those are not ANSI rated.
Post mode walkthrough.
Oh, here we go, Ghillie suit.
Actually, is it a Ghillie suit or is it just?
It looks like he has a little bit of like camouflage that he's rigged to it.
Bunch into his, yeah. Oh yeah, I can see it around that now. I can see. And he got the backpack just sticking out the back. That stupid backpack.
That backpack, yeah, just ruins the purpose of the Ghillie suit.
To more just present, really. Thank you all so much, and once again, welcome.
Oh, he's got a little drone. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Come out. Yeah, there's one. Well, the thing about the Ghillie suit is that a lot of people think like it's worn the entire operation, and like Ghillie suits aren't really meant to be really move you're static. You're not, it's not a dynamic piece of equipment. So typically, like, you wouldn't even throw that ghillie suit on until you got to your objective, and then you're moving very slowly, and you're melting, and you're low crawling, and you're highing, and you're stalking. So, like, you know, putting on a ghillie suit with like an assault pack and thinking you're like good to go, because that thing gets hot as let me tell you. So yeah, this isn't very accurate.
You know, that tall grass, don't underestimate the power of tall grass. I had a training situation where it was dusk, sun's going down, we're on top of a hill, it was tall grass all around us, and we hear somebody approaching, we just kind of melt our bodies into the grass. They must have been 5 feet, you know, and they didn't see us.
Find and rescue a hostage.
It almost worked for a couple of the Op 4s we had, but we had thermals, so we found them real fast. You could hide pretty well in tall grass.
And see what's up, kill some people before moving.
Yo, see what's up, kill some people, you know, have a good day.
Welcome to my stream, friends. So that's a flip-up magnifier, right?
Yeah, it's good. For the EOTech, yeah, you can put a magnifier that flips to the side, or you can get different mounts that like make it flip in different directions depending on your sight picture or how you want it. So I think it adds like about like 3 times magnification. Yeah, I actually rolled that setup in Regiment. I had a couple. Yeah, so I've tried it out. It's pretty decent. The only thing is like flipping back and forth, especially with like going inside a building, isn't that much of a pain, but I just ultimately like gravitated towards an L-can optic. It's like a 1x4, but it was just a lot of extra moving pieces, and I was just like, whatever.
For my next unlocks, I feel like that's going to be really important.
Well, these kinds of shots, what do you think the distance is? It's got some sort of AR platform there.
Yeah, I would say so.
Suppressor?
Yeah, it's got a suppressor on it. Looks like around 14 and a half, 16-inch barrel. So these shots aren't far. I would say he's engaging these targets anywhere from like 100 to 200 meters. So yeah, you could take that shot with like, you know, most weapons. Oh, right in the...
That is a really undignified way to die.
Yeah.
It's like Leon Kennedy's gonna run around. It's like Resident Evil 4.
Or Pakitari.
Yeah. Let's put this drone up. Let's check it out. Yeah, nowadays...
Yeah. Drones are actually used more and more by a lot of people. I've seen drone footage of people dropping bombs in the current conflict. And then also, I think they're actually creating a brand new MOS, military occupational specialty, for drone operators, yeah.
Yeah, no, drones are being utilized more and more. I know right on the end of my time in active duty, we were actually starting to add drone operators into the platoon. I remember we had a course we had to go to qualify on them, and I sent my private because I wanted to work out. Because I was like, this is dumb. I think even in the Marine Corps, they added also within the line infantries, they have drone operators now. But yeah, they're being used more and more. And honestly, they're really good assets. Like, to get real view of the battlefield and like collect data and see what's happening in real time, I think is a priceless asset to have.
Yeah, and they're small, portable, you know, lightweight.
Yeah, especially if they're portable.
There's some big drones out there. I've seen them on film sets and stuff like that, like 6 foot, 8 foot across.
Yeah, but then again, you know, whatever we can utilize, the enemy's utilizing too. I remember in Syria, drones were like our biggest threat because ISIS was figuring out how to rig, you know, explosive ordnance to the drone, and they would just fly it over positions and drop it, and it would explode on impact. And they actually took out one of our mortar fire points right before I got there. We ended up having to move it when we occupied, but yeah, that was a scary thing. So I fucking hate drones now. So I hear them, I'm like, whoa, whoa,
oh, they're coming. They got little grenades attached to them.
Gracias.
What is that? Yeah, now I don't think that's an AR. It almost looks like a Ghillie or something.
Well, the thing about suppressors is it's not like the movie where there's like a little, you know, like it's meant to, you know, protect your ears. It's meant to deaden the sound, but not like silence it, you know. So him running around here, like taking out, you're going to hear that sound.
Yeah, you'll still hear it. It still makes a very distinct sound. Like, even some people still prefer like wearing ear pro while shooting suppressed. For sniper systems, like, they're great. Like, you won't hear that shot. But for like regular things, especially close, you'll still hear it. Plus, like, the brass hitting the ground, you can still hear the brass smacking the rocks and everything. So in this space, plus, if dudes are dropping left and right, you're going to be hearing screams. Like, every shot he's taken hasn't been like a one-hit kill. Like, he shot that guy in the... I'd be screaming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So probably not realistic that one man, you know, is going to come in and clean shop.
The AI teammates are like, stay frosty, you know, all that cool stuff that doesn't actually happen.
Okay, coming up onto the breach.
Folks, let us know in the comment section, which do you like better, Wildlands or Breakpoint?
We only have one shot of this, so
Oh, we got a little lock picking skills.
A lockpicking, a little tar. What is that? A Tavor? Yeah.
I do not.
But no, you do not want to turn your night vision on.
Yeah, it's you're middle of the day, even if you're inside.
Pieing the doors, pieing the doors.
Where the hell are my teammates?
Where are your teammates? Huh?
Oh, you got a little group command thing? That's pretty cool.
We don't need them. We're fine.
We don't need them. Who needs them? Not me.
What's that on the back of his helmet? Is that maybe just like an IR strobe or something like that?
It could be an IR strap, but it could be also, a counterweight pouch.
Oh, yeah, for the nods.
Nice. Some supplies. Yeah.
Don't you just wish in life that the things that you needed would like blink and shine? You know, like, I'm really hungry. That banana's like on the table. Like,
Yeah, literally. It makes things so much easier.
Time to make it right.
Time to make it right.
No.
Pie the door, pie the door.
You guys are gonna love this.
Mamacita, I was nobody.
Comical.
It's a really slow pie, very deliberate. There he is.
Uh-oh. Being tortured. That's a risky shot through the grating there.
Yeah, it's low crawl, low crawl.
This guy's obviously been brainwashed.
Yeah, he's got like that drop leg holster, low crawling with all that stuff. It would be like, quack!
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Not really practical.
Old school, obviously old school with the drop leg holster.
Hey, what though?
You're going to make me cry.
This is like a soap opera now.
Yeah.
I have a twin sister.
Telemundo.
You've been sleeping with my twin sister.
Coming up next time on Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah, Wildlands.
After that man had defecated himself because all the pain we had.
Defecates himself because of all the pain, the suffering, and like a passion like a Christ. When you go through SEER school, they give you some like interrogation, like resistance training, like in terms of questions and stuff. I don't remember anything on how to like resist actual physical torture. That's just pure grit right there. What do you think, Cam? Would you break? Would you be able to handle it?
I don't know, man. I hate being in pain.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pain either.
Let's go.
Yeah, get in there!
Right?
Frag out.
Oh, no, I missed! Oh! Drag out, outside the door.
Frag out.
Oh,
For
what?
some reason, I find myself pieing the door with him.
Yeah, you're like...
Depends on the glass and the caliber and the round, the glass material. I would think that it would go through because it's like an old ass building. But yeah, who knows?
Like, who hasn't?
Oh, I love the internal Gatling gun right there.
Oh, nice. I like that energy.
Yuri is down.
Just set up with the sandbag. That's awesome.
Target down.
Yuri is down, comrades!
There's one. Oh, sorry.
Damn, your teammate just
Oh,
ran
watch.
right in front.
Yeah, I was like, oh, careful. Muzzle. Muzzle.
Yeah, this would be a chase the rabbit drill or a high man, low man. This corner.
That's me missing. Once again.
Usually coming around corners like that, I would change my elevation because if you see someone and they're shooting around the corner, typically if they have to reload or anything, they're gonna come out in the same spot. So a lot of people fix on that spot. So if I would shoot, I would come back and change my elevation and come really low just to keep them guessing.
Teammate takes.
Ooh, they've been doing some work down there.
I think. Just hanging out.
Oh, too soon. No, I think we're just right.
Wildlands.
That was fun. I'm a big fan of any open world type gameplay. Just lets you wander around, stuff like that. If I had to compare it with the stuff we've seen from I think I've seen a little bit of Breakpoint when I was with Noah Flater and we did the combat stuff for Experts React, the crossover. I don't know, something about Breakpoint kind of was a little more appealing to me, but I only saw general open world gameplay. I didn't see story stuff. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I don't know. I think I'd like to see a little more Breakpoint maybe.
Not the greatest game we've seen, but hey, not the worst by any means.
No.
I can't sit here and be a critic. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. It's all video games. I mean, was it realistic? No. We established that right off the bat. But I mean, hell, it looks like a fun game to play. If you're looking to try a new shooter, and there was elements that were different from there is a Call of Duty, there is a Battlefield, there is It's a different type of game. So I appreciate the fact that it's a open world, but also has a established storyline. So that's super cool. So yeah, wasn't crazy about it, but didn't hate it. I thought it was just like, woo. Yeah, I'd still try to play it myself.
Most unrealistic and most realistic aspect of the game.
Yeah, the attachments and the equipment was pretty realistic as far as the weapons and all that. The most unrealistic was just, the type of tactics that were being used, the storyline, going into an entire foreign country with a 2-man team, and wearing a sagging assault pack. That
the sagging assault.
The sagging.
The $2 the truck store.
The PX
truck stop glasses. Yeah.
The the gas station glasses. Yeah, so that was the most unrealistic. But as far as equipment, that was cool.
No, I mean that would be my assessment too. Middle of the day, 1-man squad trying to take out like basically an entire outpost or village by yourself. It's just never going to happen. I mean, and if it has happened, it's probably so classified we're never going to hear about it because whoever that man is, he's Stone Cold Killer, Stone Cold Operator. But yeah, I like the equipment. I always like seeing, they really do their research when it comes to these games on the equipment and stuff like that. I feel like I learn a little bit more every time I watch footage from one of these games, So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, Gamologists, we hope you enjoyed reacting to Ghost Recon Wildlands with us. I know Israel and I always have a great time. Not speaking for you, Israel.
No, you can speak for me on this point, man. It's always a good time, man.
Absolutely. Well, we hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, make sure you like and subscribe to Gamology on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, folks, if you like this, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of this video and other stuff you'd like to watch us react to. And hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up on the latest and greatest from Gamology. And if you did like this video, please go and subscribe to Gamology's Facebook and YouTube page. If you want to hang out with me and Cameron a little bit more, keep an eye on YouTube. Go to Shift Fire, an exploration and appreciation of all things military culture, and the Pop Culture Field Manual podcast, located on YouTube or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you want to hang out with me a little bit more, go to twitch.tv/myhappyself. Cameron, where can people get a hold of you?
If you guys want to get a hold of myself, go over to my Instagram, CameronCFat, or check out my streetwear brand, Kit God Apparel, on Instagram or our website, www.kitgodapparel.com. Till next time, folks, catch you on the next one.
Cameron, you're going to quack that out.
Yeah, sorry.
Do we only quack English curse words?
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today we're going to be looking at footage from the camp. Today we're going to be looking at footage from the story campaign.